Deep within a lush jungle, where the trees stretch high into the sky and the air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers, lived a mighty elephant named Balu. Balu was not just any elephant. He was the heart and soul of this vibrant forest. Balu was strong. He could move the biggest logs with his trunk, effortlessly clearing paths and helping other animals in need. He was tall. He could reach the highest branches for the sweetest fruit, sharing his bounty with the smaller creatures who couldn't reach. But most of all, Balu had a kind and gentle heart. His eyes sparkled with kindness, and his gentle nature made him a beloved figure in the jungle. Balu loved his jungle home. He cherished every moment spent wandering through the dense foliage, feeling the earth beneath his massive feet. He loved the monkeys chattering in the trees, their playful antics bringing joy to his heart. He loved the colorful birds singing sweetly, their melodies filling the air with a symphony of nature's music. He loved playing with his animal friends. Whether it was a game of chase with the deer or a gentle nudge to the playful otters, Balu was always in the center of the fun. Everyone loved Balu too for his strength, his kindness, and his unwavering love for the jungle and its inhabitants. One year, a terrible drought came to the jungle. The sun blazed fiercely. The rain clouds disappeared. The once flowing river dried up to a trickle. The animals were worried. They were all so thirsty. The monkeys coughed, their throats parched. The zebras struggled to find a blade of grass. The baboons searched for berries, but they were all shriveled and dry. The jungle was quiet and still, except for the sound of empty stomachs rumbling. Balu saw the suffering of his friends. The once vibrant jungle was now a place of despair. The streams had dried up, and the lush greenery was turning brown. The animals, once full of life, were now weak and weary. Balu's heart ached as he watched his friends struggle to find food and water. He knew he couldn't stand by and do nothing. The weight of their suffering pressed heavily on his shoulders. He knew he had to do something. Balu felt a surge of determination. He couldn't let his friends down. He had to find a solution, a way to bring life back to the jungle. His eyes, once filled with sadness, now gleamed with resolve. He was ready to take on the challenge, no matter how difficult it might be. He remembered a story his grandmother had told him, a story about a hidden lake deep within the jungle. It was a tale passed down through generations, a legend of a magical place that could save them all. His grandmother's voice echoed in his mind, reminding him of the hope that lay within the depths of the jungle. It was a secret, she said, a source of life when all else failed. The lake was said to be hidden away, protected by the thickest parts of the jungle. It was a place where the water was always pure and the vegetation always lush. It was a sanctuary, a beacon of hope in times of despair. Balu was determined to find this lake. He knew it was their only chance. With a deep breath, he set his mind to the task. He would not rest until he found the hidden lake and brought salvation to his friends. His steps were firm, his resolve unshakable. He set off into the deepest part of the jungle, his trunk held high, sniffing the air for any sign of water. The journey would be long and arduous, but Balu was prepared. He trusted his instincts and the stories of his ancestors. Every step he took was filled with purpose. He pushed past thick vines and towering trees, his heart filled with hope. The jungle was dense and unforgiving, but Balu's spirit was strong. He knew that somewhere ahead lay the hidden lake, the key to their survival. With each obstacle he overcame, his hope grew stronger, guiding him forward. Finally, after many days of searching, Balu found it. Nestled amongst tall, silent rocks was a sparkling lake, its water cool and clear. Balu was overjoyed. He could drink deeply and quench his thirst. But then Balu thought of his friends. He thought of the thirsty monkeys, the parched zebras, and the weary baboons. He knew he had to share this precious water. Balu would not let his friends suffer. Balu rushed back to his friends, his heart pounding with excitement and urgency. He knew he had to share the incredible discovery he had made. With a loud trumpet call that echoed through the jungle, he gathered all the animals. His call was a beacon of hope, a signal that something wonderful was about to happen. He told them about the hidden lake, a place of life-giving water that could save them all. With determination and a sense of purpose, He led them through the dense forest to this newfound oasis. The animals followed eagerly, their spirits lifted by Balu's news. They drank their fill, splashing and playing in the cool, refreshing water. The lake was a sanctuary, a place where they could finally quench their thirst and find relief from the relentless heat. Balu watched with a heart full of happiness and pride. He had done something truly remarkable, something that would be remembered by all the animals. He had saved his friends, and in doing so, he had become a hero in their eyes. They cheered for him, their hero, their savior. The jungle echoed with their joyous cries, a symphony of gratitude and admiration. They thanked him for his kindness and his bravery, for his selflessness and his courage. Balu had shown them the true meaning of friendship and leadership. Balu knew that sharing the water was the right thing to do. It was a moment of pure contentment, a moment where he felt truly at peace with himself and the world around him. From that day forward, Balu was not just the strongest elephant in the jungle. He was also their wisest leader. The animals learned that true strength came not just from size and power, but from kindness and compassion. Balu's story reminds us that even the smallest act of kindness can make a world of difference. It teaches us that sharing is caring, and that a kind heart is a truly powerful thing.